Have you ever felt ignored by your children or struggled to handle their disrespect without losing your cool? If so, you're not alone. In this video, you'll discover a simple yet powerful 6-step method to transform these challenging moments into opportunities for stronger, more respectful relationships. Stay with us until the end to learn actionable strategies that you can implement immediately to regain serenity, improve communication, and build a harmonious family environment. And don't miss out on these essential tips that can make a lasting positive impact on your family's dynamics. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. And if you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Step 1. Keep your emotions in check. The very first step in navigating difficult moments with your children is learning to master your emotions. When your children ignore you, show disrespect, or lash out, it's only natural to feel anger, frustration, or even deep hurt. After all, as a parent, you've invested so much love, care, and time into them. But here's the hard truth. Reacting out of anger or frustration may feel justified in the heat of the moment, yet it rarely leads to anything positive. So before you allow those emotions to take over, pause. Breathe deeply. Remember, your calm is not just a tool, it's a superpower. By staying composed, you're not only preventing unnecessary, emotionally charged conflicts, but you're also sending a powerful message of strength, wisdom, and confidence. Children, no matter their age, are incredibly perceptive. They will see your steadiness and will be more inclined to reflect on their behavior. They may not admit it right away, but in those moments they are learning more from your actions than any words you could say in anger. When you remain calm, your mind stays clear, allowing you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Reacting in anger often leads to saying things that we don't mean, or worse, creating wounds that take much longer to heal than we ever intended. And those emotional scars, left unchecked, can weaken the very foundation of your relationship with your children. The last thing any parent wants is for temporary frustration to cause long-term harm. Managing your emotions doesn't mean bottling up your feelings or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. It means channeling those emotions constructively. When you show your children that you're capable of handling difficult moments with grace and composure, you are teaching them one of the most valuable lessons of all: how to navigate life's challenges with maturity and self-control. You are modeling the resilience they will need as they face their struggles in life. Imagine the ripple effect this can have. Your calm presence in the face of their stormy emotions can inspire them to approach their conflicts with a similar mindset. Slowly, they'll realize that they can come to you not just as a parent, but as a safe harbor, someone who, no matter how turbulent things get, remains their steady and unwavering support. And isn't that the ultimate goal? To strengthen your bond, to build mutual respect, and to create a space where they feel seen, heard, and valued no matter what. Step 2. Show understanding without giving in. Once you've taken the time to calm yourself, the next crucial step is to pause and observe what's going on beneath the surface of your children's behavior. In moments of conflict or disrespect, it's easy to react impulsively with authority or criticism, but doing so can often escalate the situation rather than resolve it. Instead, take a step back and ask yourself, what is happening here? What emotions, fears, or struggles might be driving your child's behavior? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Children, like adults, experience complex emotions, stress, insecurity, confusion, or frustration that they often don't know how to articulate clearly. When these feelings aren't expressed, they can manifest in behavior that seems disrespectful or defiant. By pausing to consider what might be motivating them, you open the door to a deeper understanding of what they're going through. This doesn't mean you're excusing bad behavior or letting it slide. It means you're addressing the root cause of their actions rather than just the surface symptoms. Empathy is your greatest tool here. And make no mistake, showing empathy does not mean tolerating disrespect or abandoning your role as a parent. It means approaching the situation with compassion and patience, trying to see the world through your child's eyes. When you do this, you create a safe space where real communication can happen. Your child is far more likely to open up and share their true feelings when they sense that you're not there to immediately judge or punish them, but to genuinely listen and understand. Take a moment to reflect on how powerful this can be. When your child feels heard, seen, and understood, they begin to trust you in a much deeper way. They feel that they are not just a problem to be fixed, but a person whose emotions and experiences are valid. This validation is critical in building a bridge of communication between you and your child. When they know that they can express themselves without being met with immediate authority or criticism, they are more likely to come to you in the future, to share their challenges before they escalate into conflict. But let's be clear, showing understanding does not mean giving in or being weak. It is one of the strongest things you can do as a parent. It takes great courage to set aside your frustration and look at the situation from your child's perspective. You're not surrendering your authority, you're deepening your connection with your child. With this connection comes a more productive and honest dialogue, where both you and your child can express your feelings and work toward a solution together. By taking the time to truly understand what's going on with your child, you're able to address the real issues at hand, rather than simply reacting to the behavior that's on the surface. Well, for example, a child's disrespect might not just be about defiance, it could be a manifestation of stress at school, trouble with friends, or feelings of inadequacy. If you only respond to the disrespect, you miss the opportunity to help your child navigate these deeper issues. But if you approach the situation with empathy and curiosity, you can guide them through these challenges in a way that strengthens your relationship. It's also important to remember that when you demonstrate empathy and understanding, you're modeling this behavior for your child. You're showing them how to navigate their own emotions and conflicts with others in a mature, compassionate way. They learn that it's okay to have feelings, but it's also important to understand them and healthily communicate them. This lesson, in turn, helps them develop the emotional intelligence they need to thrive in relationships throughout their life. Consider how transformative this can be. Rather than perpetuating cycles of frustration and conflict, you are breaking through to a deeper level of connection and communication. When children feel understood, they are more likely to respect the boundaries you set, because they see that those boundaries come from a place of love and care, not just authority. They begin to recognize that you're not simply trying to control them, but that you're there to support them as they navigate their own emotions and experiences. Ultimately, showing understanding allows you to parent from a place of wisdom rather than reaction. It gives you the clarity to address the real problems rather than just the symptoms of bad behavior. And most importantly, it fosters a relationship built on trust, respect, and love, one where both you and your child feel heard and valued. This is the kind of relationship that will carry you both through the inevitable challenges of parenting and childhood, strengthening the bond between you and your child in profound ways. So, the next time you face a moment of conflict or disrespect with your child, resist the urge to immediately respond with authority or frustration. Instead, take a breath, observe the situation with an open heart, and try to understand what's happening. Ask yourself, what is my child truly feeling right now? When you approach your child with empathy and understanding, you create the opportunity for meaningful connection and growth, not just for them, but for you as well. This is where true parenting happens, in the moments of quiet understanding, when you show your child that love and empathy are more powerful than anger and authority. Step 3. Set clear boundaries calmly. Setting clear boundaries is not just about drawing a line. It's about doing so with calmness, compassion, and understanding. Even when emotions run high, remaining grounded and calm is essential to ensure that your message is received with clarity and respect. In my experience, the way we communicate our limits can deeply affect the outcome. When we take a deep breath and explain calmly what is acceptable and what is not, we create a space for mutual understanding rather than frustration or defiance. It's crucial to make sure your boundaries are firm yet fair, without using harsh tones or threatening language. Instead of sounding authoritarian, you can be assertive in a way that still feels loving and consistent. This approach not only helps teach children that actions have consequences, but also avoids escalating tensions into unnecessary emotional fights. It sends a powerful message that boundaries aren't there to control them, but to protect and guide them. Children, in their hearts, crave structure. They need to feel secure, and clear boundaries provide that. However, those boundaries must be set with balance. If rules are too rigid, it can stifle their growth and create resentment. If they're too permissive, children may feel lost and uncertain of what is expected of them. Finding that delicate balance where rules are firm but flexible enough to adapt to individual needs is key to nurturing a sense of security and responsibility. Setting consequences calmly allows children to understand that they're not being unfairly punished, but rather that their choices have natural outcomes. This instills a deeper sense of accountability, which is a gift they'll carry throughout their lives. Life beyond the family is full of choices and consequences, both rewarding and challenging. By consistently upholding these boundaries with love, we are preparing them for that journey. In a way, setting clear, calm boundaries is one of the most profound expressions of care and love you can offer, guiding them with respect today so they can stand tall tomorrow. Step 4. Set the example you want to see. Children are like mirrors. They reflect what they see far more than what they're told. It's not enough to simply ask for respect or attentiveness. You need to model those very behaviors in your daily interactions. If you want respect, start by treating them with respect. If you want them to truly listen to you, show them that their words matter to you by listening attentively when they speak. In those tense moments, when emotions are high and patience is tested, know that your children are closely watching how you handle yourself. Your calmness, your ability to remain composed, and your willingness to navigate conflict with patience will be the most powerful lessons they will ever receive. Setting an example doesn't mean striving for perfection. It means being consistent and authentic. Children need to see that the values you teach them are the same ones you live by. This consistency builds trust and respect over time. When they witness that you practice what you preach, they will feel a deeper connection to the lessons you're trying to impart. For instance, if you want them to be good listeners, make sure you are available when they need to talk. If you expect them to show respect, demonstrate that even in moments of disagreement, they are still treated with dignity and fairness. I've always believed that the most profound teaching doesn't come from lectures or rules, it comes from daily actions. When you consistently model the behavior you hope to see in your children, you are shaping not only how they act within the family, but also how they will behave in all future relationships. The kindness, patience, and respect you offer them today will be the very foundation of their interactions with the world tomorrow. It's important to remember that children don't need to see us being perfect. They need to see us being real. They need to see that even when we stumble, we remain committed to being better, and that it's okay to make mistakes as long as we continue to grow. By leading through example, you offer your children the most valuable gift you can give: a roadmap to navigate their own lives with integrity, empathy, and strength. The example you set today will ripple into their future, guiding them in how they relate to others, how they handle challenges, and how they carry themselves with grace in a world that will demand much from them. Step 5. Create moments of connection outside of conflict. It's easy to get caught up in addressing disrespectful behavior when tensions rise. But what's equally important, if not more so, is building a solid, loving relationship with your children outside of those moments. True respect isn't born from constant correction. It flourishes from a foundation of trust, love, and connection. That's why creating moments of connection, where conflict isn't even on the horizon, is so essential. These are the times when you can bond with your children, giving them your full attention and showing them that they matter to you without the weight of discipline or misunderstandings looming over you. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Spend quality time together without distractions. Whether it's sharing a meal, doing a fun activity, or simply having a heartfelt conversation, these moments strengthen the emotional ties that form the core of your relationship. Children thrive when they feel heard, valued, and appreciated. In these peaceful interactions, respect grows naturally and effortlessly over time. And when your children see that you're willing to invest in them outside of conflicts, it shows them that they are loved, not just when things go wrong, but all the time. This fosters a deep sense of security and mutual respect that makes navigating challenges much smoother. In my experience, the stronger the bond, the fewer conflicts there are. And when conflicts do arise, they tend to be less intense. Sharing pleasant experiences, whether it's something as simple as a walk in the park or a shared hobby, opens the door for better communication. It creates a safe space where your children feel accepted and appreciated for who they are, not just for how they behave in difficult times. These moments of connection are the foundation upon which your entire relationship is built. When your children feel loved and valued, they are more likely to respond with respect and consideration, even in tough times. They learn through these shared moments that their relationship with you is built on more than just rules and consequences. It's built on love, trust, and a mutual desire to understand one another. And that bond, that deep emotional connection, is the most fertile ground for respect to grow. It's not just about preventing conflict, it's about creating a relationship where respect is nurtured naturally, because the love and understanding between you run so deep. Step 6. Give them space to reflect. Once you've calmly addressed the situation and established those essential boundaries, one of the most powerful things you can do is give your children the space to reflect on their behavior. Our growth doesn't happen instantly, and neither does respect. Sometimes the most profound changes take time to surface. By allowing them the space, you're giving them the freedom to process everything at their own pace, without feeling pressured or overwhelmed by expectations. This approach fosters personal maturation, allowing your children to internalize the lessons you've shared in a deeper, more meaningful way. It's tempting to want an immediate response, to see instant change, but rushing that process can often lead to resistance. I've learned that real growth often happens when we step back and give time for self-awareness to develop. When you give your children room to think, you're not just teaching them about respect, you're helping them build a sense of responsibility and self-reflection. Over time, they'll come to understand the importance of respect on their terms, which is far more powerful than simply enforcing it. Maturity takes patience. It's a process, and every child will move through it at their speed. But when they are given the right support, the lessons you've shared will take root and grow, because shared will take role part of who they are. Forcing a change or pushing too hard for an admission of fault can backfire, often creating a resistance where you want understanding. By giving them time, you're cultivating their ability to reflect, learn, and grow into more respectful, self-aware individuals. This kind of personal development leads to lasting change much more profound than any reprimand could ever achieve. Now that you've walked through these 6 steps for handling disrespect in a calm and constructive way, I want to offer some final advice to strengthen your bond with your children and improve communication even further. First and foremost, let go of the small battles. Not every situation calls for a reaction or a lesson. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is allow small provocations to pass without turning them into a conflict. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or letting important issues slide, but instead recognizing which moments truly need your intervention and which moments are opportunities for your children to grow on their own. By choosing your battles wisely, you teach them that not everything in life has to be a confrontation, and sometimes letting go is the best choice. Another valuable strategy is to involve them in family decisions. Giving your children a voice in matters that affect them helps them feel like valued members of the family, fostering a deeper sense of responsibility. It's in these moments of inclusion that they begin to truly understand the value of respect and how important it is to work together as a unit. Plus, it helps them develop critical problem-solving skills and a greater appreciation for the weight of their own choices. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But it's also essential to recognize and celebrate their progress, no matter how small it may seem. As parents, we often focus on correcting negative behaviors, but acknowledging even the smallest positive efforts can have a profound effect on your child. The simple "I noticed how you handled that situation" calmly can reinforce the behaviors you want to see more of. It's these moments of positive reinforcement that build their confidence and motivate them to continue growing. And remember, it's okay to admit your own mistakes. If you've overreacted in the past or handled the situation poorly, don't hesitate to apologize. This shows your children that nobody is perfect and that growth is a lifelong journey for all of us. It's a sign of strength, not weakness, to admit when we're wrong. By doing so, you're modeling humility and teaching them that mistakes are simply opportunities to learn and improve. Lastly, always maintain a long-term perspective. Family relationships, like all meaningful connections, evolve. Real change doesn't happen overnight. Each small step toward greater respect, understanding, and calm is a step in the right direction. Now, don't be discouraged if the results aren't immediate. With patience, consistency, and love, the benefits will come. Over time, you'll find that your family's bond grows stronger, creating a more harmonious environment based on mutual respect, understanding, and love. With these final tips, you'll be equipped to face the daily challenges of parenting with greater peace, knowing that each moment of growth, each opportunity for connection, is building a lasting foundation for a stronger family relationship. Embrace the journey and trust that with time, patience, and a lot of love, you're creating a home where respect and harmony can truly flourish. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. What have you learned so far about fostering respect, setting boundaries, and creating deeper connections with your children? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share one thing you've learned and how you plan to put it into practice in your life in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you valuable content. Thanks for watching.